The reverse behind the back 3-beat weave. No, it's not just a pile of syllables, it's also a trick I have been getting a lot of requests for lately. And I have a way that you can learn how to do this trick in only 5 steps. So in this video, we're gonna dive in and learn how. Drex here from Drex Factor Poi, sharing with you the love of poi spinning and flow arts to benefit your body and brain. And today, we're going to dive into that reverse behind the back 3-beat weave and discover why you probably already know the techniques for doing it, but you just need to put them together in the right order. But before we dive in, I just want to give a quick shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Fire Mecha, Flow Fests, Flow Toys, Pyroterra Light Toys, and Ultra Poi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all these awesome companies and the work they're doing to support flow artists like yourself by checking out the links down in the description of this video. And special thanks to the non-business friend of the channel, Pekka Pekkonen. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, my work, and my mission. All right, so first up, we need to do just a little bit of housekeeping with the terminology here, because it may not be clear what exactly you're going to learn in this video. Normally, when we learn a behind the back 3-beat weave, this is the trick we're learning right here. And the confusing part about this is that in order to get into it, I'm starting with the poi spinning reverse on my sides here. But when I tuck them back behind my back and start into the weave, it turns out the pattern is identical to a forwards 3-beat weave if I'm looking the other way. Likewise, the trick that we're going to learn today starts with my poi spinning forwards on my sides, but when I put it behind my back, all of a sudden it turns out that the pattern is exactly the same as a reverse weave if I were facing in that direction. This is the trick that we're going to learn in this video. So if you have learned one of these behind the back weaves and you are keen on learning the other, well, you've come to the right spot. So I'm going to break this down for you in 5 specific steps. You would use these exact same steps when learning any weave, whether it's behind the back or not, but we're going to specifically look at them in the context of that reverse behind the back weave. So let's dive in. So step 1, we have to get down our behind the back planes. If you've learned the other behind the back weave, then you've already done a version of this exercise. What you want to do is go ahead and get the poi spinning reverse on your side. And you want to kind of walk your body around in a circle here while keeping your poi and your hand in the exact same spot. You want to be able to wrap your arm around all the way back behind to the small of your back where you should see the poi spinning forward on your side. You want to then come back around to unwrap. As you're doing this, there will be a spot where as you're going past the small of your back here, you're going to be switching the orientation of your wrist. So rather than having your elbow close to you and your hand out with the palm pointed towards the ceiling out to the side, you're going to switch around to your elbow being pushed out away from you with your palm pointed up towards the ceiling. Once you get here, continue moving around until you find a spot where you're starting to lose control of the poi. Back up just a little bit, gain control, get in 10 beats there, and then you can start to move forward to that next spot where you're still working on getting full control. When you can wrap all the way around yourself and then exit, you have completed this exercise. You want to do it with each hand. So I'm going to do the same thing with my left hand. And my goal here in going around and getting it behind my back is to be able to hold this steady for 10 solid beats, just like that. All right, so step 2 of this process is going to be that we're going to learn how to get down tic-tacs. Tic-tacs are a poi technique that involve passing the poi back and forth between parallel planes on either side of your body. They're necessary for any kind of 3-beat weave, and we need to learn how to do them for our behind the back weave as well. Here's how we're going to go about doing that. You want to start with the poi spinning forward at your side, and you want to try and pass it around behind your back and then back to its original side. Behind your back and then back to its original side. You can go ahead and just pass it back and forth and hang out for a second and get your bearings again. Pass it back and forth, hang out for a second, and then get your bearings again. What you want to be able to get to is be able to go straight back and forth between these two positions. You want to get more and more comfortable performing those behind the back tic-tacs. Let me show you what that looks like from behind. With my right hand, I'm going to pass it back and forth, basically keeping my hand in the small of my back, and I'm probably going to want to move my upper body back and forth just a little bit to help out with this technique. Likewise, we want to do the same thing with our left hand. We're going to want to get it spinning forwards on our side, and we're going to want to pass it back and forth behind our back like so. Just to start off with, we pass it and bring it back, hang out for say like 3 beats. We pass it back, hang out for 3 beats, pass it back, now hang out for 2 beats, pass it back, 2 beats, pass it back, and then just switch back and forth between the two sides. Again, your goal here is to try and see if you can keep this tic-tac going for 10 reps. Make sure you're not hitting any of your body parts, and if necessary, pivot the upper part of your body back and forth in order to get there. And then you're ready for step 3. Step 3, we need to take those tic-tacs and turn them into 2-beat weaves. Whenever we perform any weaves at all, one of the basic steps we have to get down is being able to have each of our hands performing a tic-tac in staggered timing relative to each other. This is what gives us that lovely wrap-around feeling that happens every time we perform a weave. Whenever we're performing a 2-beat weave, however, there's always one hand that leads and the other hand that follows. So, in order to get to a 3-beat weave, we have to learn how to let either hand lead through a 2-beat weave. Here's how we're going to do that for this behind the back weave. We're going to go ahead and start off with the poi spinning forwards on our sides. And I'm going to pick a hand that's going to lead. In this case, it's going to be my right hand. So when that happens, I'm going to bring my right hand around behind my back, and I'm going to let my left hand go under it. Again, I'm going to let right hand go over, left hand go under. Right hand go over, left hand go under. Now I'm going to switch things up and let my left hand go over and my right hand go under. Like so. Like so. Like so. Let me show you this from the back here. So, letting the left hand on top, like so, and then letting the right hand on top, like so. Left hand, right hand, left hand, and right hand. So to get this step down, I would recommend getting in a certain number of reps of a 2-beat weave on each side, and then working your way down to being able to alternate back and forth between the two. Here's what that would look like. We go ahead and we start off with the poi spinning forwards on either side of us, and I'm going to try and get in 5 reps with my right hand going behind me. Thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then I'm going to get in 5 reps with the left hand going on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'll try and get in 3 reps with the right hand on top. 1, 2, 3. And then 3 reps with the left hand on top. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll try and go back and forth between them. Thinking right hand on top, and then left hand on top, and then right hand on top, and then left hand on top. Going back and forth. So the no BS is that is probably the hardest step of this process, but if you can get that down, you're going to be ready to put all of these pieces together into that final behind the back 3-beat weave. So for step 4, we're going to start putting together the final pieces in order to make the reverse behind the back weave work. Here's how. We need to start working on the basic pattern of a 3-beat weave. Whenever we perform a 2-beat weave, we're always putting one hand under and the other hand over. But when we perform a 3-beat weave, we're working in a set of instructions that are more like under, over, back, under, over, back for a reverse 3-beat weave. So we need to do that behind the back. Here's what it'll look like. I'm going to stick my left hand behind me and have it hang out in the small of my back. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my right hand poi spinning forwards, and I'm going to go ahead and think that it's going to go under, over, and then back, under, over, and then back. Once again, under, over, and back, under, over, and back. If it's not clear, what's really happening here is I'm reaching my hand for that first beat in between my left hand and my back, and then it is passing from that cavity out around to being further away from me than my left hand. So again, we're thinking under, over, back, under, over, back, under, over, back, like so. You want to get this down with both hands. So left hand likewise is going to go under, over, back, under, over, back, under, over, back, like so. You want to get in 10 reps on each side, and then it's time for our final steps. Okay, so for step 5, we're going to start putting things together, and we're going to play around with something that's going to feel an awful lot like that 2-beat weave exercise that we did for step 3, but we're going to combine it together with the pattern that we learned in step 4. Namely, whenever we work with a reverse 3-beat weave, I like to have my students start off by just playing around with swapping which hand is on bottom for a moment. So to think right on bottom, left on bottom, open, and then switch to left on bottom, right on bottom, open, just to get a feel for what it's like to keep that weave going continuously. Again, we think right on bottom, left on bottom, open, and then left on bottom, right on bottom, open. Now let's do that with the behind the back weave, shall we? So I'm going to go ahead and likewise think right on bottom, left on bottom, open, and then I'm going to think left on bottom, right on bottom, open. Again, right on bottom, left on bottom, open, and then left on bottom, right on bottom, open. When you get a good feel for this, you can try and just keep the weave going continuously. Right on bottom, left on bottom, right on bottom, left on bottom, right on bottom, left on bottom, right on bottom, left on bottom. Here's what that looks like from the side. Thinking right on bottom, left on bottom, right on bottom, left on bottom, right, left, right, left. And my friends, if you can do that and keep which hand is on bottom, swapping out continuously, then congratulations. You have gotten down the reverse behind the back 3-beat weave. Good job. So if you got down both the reverse behind the back 3-beat weave as well as the forwards behind the back 3-beat weave, which if you don't have the other one, I'm going to go ahead and link to my tutorial on it up in the cards as well as down in the description. You want to have both because you can alternate back and forth between them. You can go ahead and turn back and forth from the forward to the reverse and back again, or hang out alternating between the two in a behind the back waist strap. And doesn't that look cool? And hey, if you like exercises for getting down different poi tricks and techniques, then I have got a tip for you, and it's called the Flow Circle. The Flow Circle is a weekly exclusive lesson that's available only to my Patreon supporters. Each week covers a new drill or exercise designed to help you get down a poi technique, trick, or theory. You'll be able to build up incrementally, and even better than that, support the channel while doing it. You can sign up over at patreon.com/DirexFactorPoi. If you found this tutorial helpful, I hope you will consider leaving me a like, a comment, sharing the video, or subscribing to the channel to help other people find it, and of course, to help my channel grow. This video would not be possible without my amazing supporters on Patreon. In particular, I want to give a shout out to my Flow patrons who are listed on screen right now. Thank you so much. You all rock, and I could not have done this without you. If those of you out there watching are not currently Patreon supporters, but you like the work that I do and you'd like to see me make more of it, the best way to do that is to do the same thing that those Flow patrons did and sign up to support me on Patreon over at patreon.com/DirexFactorPoi. There you can get access to a whole host of awesome rewards, but even better than that, you'll be helping me out in my mission to bring poi spinning and flow arts to the whole wide world. So go check that out. please and thank you. And if you'd like to check out that other tutorial I did on the forwards behind the back weave, I will go ahead and leave a link to that up here on screen as well as down in the description. Go check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to get out and flow yourself today, and I'll see you with a new video real soon. Take care now. Peace.